We all know Arbonne is healthy living inside and out with products that are packed with effective levels of key ingredients that have been chosen from the very best of science, along with a whole lot of plant-powered goodness. But the challenge is there are a lot of people out there with their own opinions, or maybe just even a long list of questions. And oftentimes they're either misinformed because they've read things on the internet, talked to other people, or they took something out of context that they learned. Maybe even they have an agenda of their own. So, to answer when you get those questions, you just need to understand and be able to share the true Arbonne facts. So, today we're going to take you through the questions that we get asked the most, along with the correct answer that you can then share. First, why doesn't Arbonne use organic ingredients? There's an important reason here. Our formulas go beyond organic ingredient choices, choosing instead to select ingredients that are readily and consistently available, as well as sustainably sourced whenever that's possible. And we don't require that the ingredients are organic because instead we rely on testing methods to ensure that each and every ingredient meets our quality standards, along them with even further testing that we do to validate that there are no detectable levels above any established safe thresholds of any toxins or heavy metals. We believe that what we include in a product is just as important as what we choose to put on our skin or in our bodies. Now, who's been asked about those testing standards though, and wondering how can Arbonne be sure there aren't any of those heavy metals or toxins that are in the products? First, you'll notice we don't say that our products have zero toxins or heavy metals, because to say zero is a near impossibility. There are things like that around us in our environment and in the world. There's trace amounts of heavy metals and toxins even in nature. That's why safe thresholds have been established. And it's why it's so important that we adhere to those standards through the testing to ensure that every single lot of every product meets our standards. And if it doesn't, we reject it. It's just that simple. We worry about all of that so that you and your clients don't have to. We conduct literally thousands of tests every single year. That includes the testing of the raw materials and the finished products when they're ready, along with stability testing and clinical use studies, all to validate that the products are the very best that they can be. Now, here's another one. Why do some of these apps that are out there today rate Arbonne's products with less than positive information on some of what we know are our key ingredients? First of all, and this one's important, many of you have heard this before, ingredient safety cannot be determined by an ingredient name alone. And that app does not know any of Arbonne's formulation facts if it's not coming directly from us. There are so many different forms of ingredients and they serve so many different functions. Just because they have the same name doesn't mean they're the same. Do you know how many different types of vitamin C there are, for example? Both what you put on your face or your skin, as well as the completely different form that you would ingest in a supplement. We choose to use the forms of ingredients in our products that are tested and validated by science to be the best form of use for what we're going to use them for. Product review apps, the bloggers, or any of these self-proclaimed ingredient experts that are out there cannot know the correct facts if they don't have the form and the function of an ingredient in our product. That's why Arbonne shares the information with you. Now, let's talk about what can and what can't be in our natural flavor or fragrance blends. Arbonne's flavors are proprietary to us, so we don't list out all of the components of a blend, but we do require extensive documentation from our manufacturing partners to ensure that our flavors are high quality, as well as always compliant within our strict ingredient policy. I will tell you though, if it's a pomegranate fizz, the flavor, yes, does have pomegranate in the blend. It's simple. What it says is what it is, with a few other little essentials from other fruits and things to add to the flavor and make it uniquely ours. Now, when it comes to fragrance, anything used in our products is going to be derived only from essential oils, botanical extracts, or compounds. The components of the blend are again proprietary, but the requirements for what can be in the products, that always remains consistent. Our goal is to educate, empower, and inspire people to make better choices for their health and their wellness by offering effective products that deliver true benefits. We know when you know the facts, the choice is clear. And for us, it always comes down to the same thing. Arbonne is healthy living inside and out.